Hello there, my name is Laura Jackson, and I'm the conductor of the Reno Philharmonic. Today we have a very special presentation called The Harmony Games by composer Yaniv Segal with illustrations by Kathy Weinfeld-Zell. It's a story about how the very first orchestra came to be, and it's completely amazing that it ever happened because the families were like brothers and sisters who just couldn't get along. They were fighting all the time. Let's see how it all began.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Harmony Games with the Reno Phil, led by conductor Laura Jackson. My name is Jason Altieri, and I'm simply thrilled to be with you today. Now, let me ask you a question. Have any of you ever heard a live symphony orchestra before? Well, that's great. You know, hearing music performed live by so many musicians is truly an exhilarating experience. But I have another question. Do you know the story of the Harmony Games, when musicians first began to play together? No? Well, today we will tell you a story about these legendary games and how the first orchestra came to be. Well, our story begins in a faraway land many, many years ago. And there were 4 families, and they all wanted to rule the land. And these families were the Shimmering Strings, the Wondrous Woodwinds, the Brilliant Brass, and the Poignant Percussion. Even though each of the families loved music, they just could not get along together. No one from one family was allowed to play with another. There were epic battles all over the land. Listen to the winds launching shrieking volleys. Hear the strings taking shots with their bows. Can you hear the percussion marching to battle? And then there's the brass family trying to blow all of the houses down. Everyone was fighting all of the time. Until eventually everyone was so tired of constantly fighting that they all fell to the ground, exhausted. The family elders declared a truce because all that fighting all the time was just no good. They created a special musical tournament called the Harmony Games that they held every 4 years. Every family sent their bravest, brightest, youngest musical talents to compete, and the winner would become the next ruler of the land. Harmony Games had a special theme. One year, the theme was dance music, and the string family won that year with a lilting habanera. When the theme was party music, the percussion family reveled and rejoiced in victory. The brass family marched to victory in the parade music year. Last games, the theme was music and weather. The strings came up with a beautiful, sunshiny melody. The percussion worked on a rainy number. But the woodwind's tornado music literally blew everyone away. Well, things had been the same for so long, but for the 50th games, the elders announced a special theme. Matha Musica. Huh? Well, the rules were announced. Each family must show how math relates to music. You have 1 hour to compose a piece of music. The family whose music is the most interesting, most impressive, and best able to explain math will be crowned the winner. On your mark, get set, go. Well, the families, they were in a panic. What does music have to do with math? They asked each other. Math is math. Music is music. What should we do? What should we do? Everyone started talking at once. But quickly they settled down to work, focusing on their talents and unique musical skills, knowing they only had an hour to create the best piece of mathematical music to win. All right, everyone, time is up. Introduce your instruments, explain your math concepts, and then perform your magnificent, melodious, mathematical music Let the harmony games begin.
Today, we learned about 4 families: the strings, woodwinds, brass, and percussion. The elders created the harmony games to determine who would rule the land. Each time the tournament took place, it had a new theme. This year, it's about math and music. Who ever heard of Math-musica? I wonder which family is going to win. Tune in to part 2 of the Harmony Games to find out what happens next. See you next time.